So at the start of this year, I said that I wanted to do all of Igor Voitenko's next workout programs. I've done a lot of them before, but it's sort of been on and off. I've done one or two in a row, then I've had a few months off, and I've done them again. Had a few months off and gone back to them. And at the start of this year, I wanted to make a New Year's resolution that I would basically do all of the programs, at least all the free ones. So I have done all the free ones, and I wanted to show you and share with you my results. The one thing I want to say first is these are my results. These are what I found personal to me. If you did these workout programs, you may find different results. But this is just my findings and my opinion on them. So there are 7 programs. There is from 0 to 100, Ultimate Stomach Physique, 5 weeks Aesthetic Body, the Abs Challenge 2021, Plank Challenge to get abs, Bring Sally Up Challenge, and Just Do This to get fit. So I'm going to break it down between positives, negatives, and conclusions. So we'll go through each one and then we'll sort of recap it at the end. Now, the reason I've not done the paid programs, there is a Next Workout app that I do have on my phone, and I had a look into it. Some of the programs are calisthenics based. And I would do them, but a lot of them you do have to go to a gym, and there is a gym near me, but I don't have a membership. I don't go because I like to do my own things. I've got all my own equipment at home. I do all my own exercise, my martial arts and everything, so I don't need to pay for a gym membership. I'd rather save that money because I already have everything I need anyway. So a lot of his new sort of paid programs on the app, they do require you to go to a gym and use machines, and obviously I don't have machines, so I think there's something like 13 programs on the app, so there's a lot. You get your value for money, but I've heard some people have had bad experiences with the app where the videos are not playing or it doesn't track your progress. Other people have had a really good experience. Again, different experiences, different people, but that's why I've not really done paid ones. But the free programs are genuinely, they're amazing. Okay, I love his programs, and I do have to sort of throw some negatives in there, but they're nothing too bad. It's just sort of not necessarily feedback, it's just the stuff I found. I tried to balance it out that if I was going to say positives, I have to say some negative. Be honest. So here are my results. So from 0 to 100, so we'll go positives and negatives. So the positives is this is a perfect place to start as a beginner. Genuinely, it has everything. It has banger songs. The songs, nice. It came out in COVID, and those years when I first followed Igor, when he was sort of getting a big, before he got big, before he blew up, I started following him, and a lot of his 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique, and even the 5 weeks program, they are very nostalgic to me. But from 0 to 100, it's got a lot of good things because it has the posture correction. I did a workout earlier, I did the posture correction, I feel great, it was really good. 0 to 100, another positive, it's much harder. It's incredibly difficult to do. And he has good timings, so Igor will split it up between maybe 30 seconds of work to 5 seconds of rest, and the next video you might do 50 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. So each video differs with the timings. It's not too much, not too little. It's really good. The negative, I think maybe it could do with a few more rest days in between. I'm on week 1 right now because I've restarted 0 to 100. I'll go into that later, but I'm doing the 0 to 100 again, and I'm on day 5, and I've only had 1 rest day, I believe, so far. I do think we need at least 2 to 3 rest days a week. Have maybe 4 working workouts per week, or maybe do 2 rest days one week, 3 rest days the next, 2 the next, 3 the next. Igor does say on his website, if you need extra time, please take it to be a rest day. But I'm trying to follow it sort of strictly to the program. So I think maybe it just needs an extra rest day. So that's the only negative I have to say. And I do have some water. I'm thirsty. Just bear with me. So the conclusion for 0 to 100 is much harder than the rest of the program, in my opinion. I sort of recommend this is a really good place to start as a beginner because it has very challenging workouts and it targets a lot of areas really well. Now, my next one is Ultimate Summer Physique. Positives, it's the perfect moving on point from the previous workout, which was from 0 to 100. It has everything that the previous one had, a little bit more on some parts, but it's perfect. It also has a banger soundtrack as well. You know, it's really, really good. The negatives on it is it doesn't feature some of the more unique exercises that follow on later programs. So when I was doing the 5 weeks, which is the next one I'm going to talk about, but when I was doing the 5 weeks aesthetic body program and the final one, the Just Do This to Get Fit, when I was doing those, Igor was doing exercises that I'd never seen before, some really, really unique ones. And obviously that was when he, a few years later down the line, when, you know, after he was blowing up, so obviously he learnt more, he was showing more off of what, you know, we can do to get our body fit. And I think that's the only negative, because the first 2 programs, 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique, they don't obviously have those. These are more your basic ones with a lot of challenging stuff in there, but it doesn't have the more unique exercises that Igor does in the later ones. But that's it. But you know, generally, in conclusion, it's a great all-round program. Next is the 5 weeks aesthetic body. So positives is it is much harder than the previous 2. What I was talking about, very hard. It's got unique exercises. However, having said that it's harder, it becomes fairly easy after a while. So it's 5 weeks, you've got an extra week in there, but what I found personally is for the first sort of 2 weeks, I struggled with a lot because again, he had different exercises incorporated that I didn't know before. Once I got used to those, I sort of adapted, and the following 3 weeks became, I don't want to say easy, but just sort of routine. So moving on, it's, you know, it's much harder, but then you sort of get used to it. At least I got used to it myself. But it's still a really, really good program to follow on from the first 2. The next one is the Abs Challenge 2021. So this was basically 4 weeks of non-stop training. There was 1 rest day, which I believe was day 2 in the first week, but Igor basically made 4 ab workouts. The first one you did every day for the first week. The second video he made you did every day for the second week, then third video, third week, fourth video, fourth week. So there were 4 workouts, but he did the same one every day. So, positives. It was the best ab workout, and results, at least for me, were guaranteed with the right meal plan and effort. Obviously, if you're going to do the ab program and not put the effort in and then eat terrible afterwards, you're not going to see results. But my abs improved like they never had before. The tolerance I had on the abs at that point in time, because that was 3 months ago, obviously, when I was doing that program, but it was hard showing up every day, I'm not gonna lie, and that's the negative of this. There were no rest days apart from that one. I felt like I needed to just 1 day a week, maybe, you know, the middle day, maybe the 4th day of the week, just to repair really. But that was a negative. But generally, the conditioning of my abs was never better. That was the best ab workout ever. The next one is the plank challenge to get abs. So this one was, you did a lot of plank challenges, but you did a lot of sort of exercises within the plank position, and you sort of did side to side knees. You did like knee tucks, I think they were called. I can't remember the name, but you're in the plank position. You raised your knee up. You did a bunch of other stuff. So this was an interesting workout plan when I was doing it. It had a lot of the plank exercises, but it also had a few other exercise videos in there as well. That was a really good one. It had really good shoulder workouts. All around, it was pretty cool. The negatives is it feels limited to what it does to accomplish. It's sort of whereas 0 to 100, Ultimate Summit Physique, and 5 weeks, they target lots of different areas, and you feel great all around. The plank challenge to get abs is really good, but it feels like it's just more of a niche program. Sort of if you want to do a little bit of a challenge, if you're not gonna work out every month of the year, if you just sort of spur of the moment think, oh, I want to do a workout this month just to get a little bit fitter. It feels like one of them where you could just sit down, do that one program, and that's it, and you're good. That's what it sort of feels like, but generally, it gets the job done. Again, these negatives, they're not me nitpicking, they're not me saying it's terrible, it's just some of them I sort of struggle to find a negative with, but maybe it's just little things like, again, I could have done with another rest day, or maybe it should have incorporated this workout as well as this one, or vice versa. So the negatives aren't really like downsides of it. I don't want you to think, oh, I can't do that workout because of that negative. It's just things that I found needing like rest days. The next one was the Bring Sally Up challenge. So positives, you felt really good after this. After you did this, because the one previous, a plank challenge to get abs, you did the Bring Sally Up on that, but you basically did the shoulder one where you sort of on the ground like this, and then you push up with the arm, then you go back down to the elbows. You did that, and I felt amazing after that. The Bring Sally Up challenge was the push-up version, the Bring Sally Up, Bring Sally Down for the push-ups, and you felt really, really good after that. The only negatives is it may not be for everyone. Bring Sally Up challenge, I find you speak to someone about it and they either go yes or they go ugh. I'm sort of in the middle a little bit. I think I'm more lenient to the ugh. But having done the challenge now, I'm more like yes, let's get it done. But I will be honest, I never got to the end of it. So the plank challenge to get abs with that Sally Up, Sally Down challenge, when it was the shoulder one, I got to the end of that after probably 2 weeks out of the 4 weeks. I got to the end, but the actual push-up one, I think I got to about 15, so I never finished it. It was unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say I did the Bring Sally Up challenge, I did the push-up version. I'm not going to be lying here. This is just me telling the honest truth. I couldn't do it. I do after, because I'm doing the 0 to 100 program, as I said. After I've done that, I want to try the challenge again, see how far I can get. The other negative of the Bring Sally Up challenge that I found the program, it wasn't a full body workout, so it it was mainly for the arms and a bit of the shoulders, and Bring Sally Up challenge really, it was mainly for that. I think there were some good rest days in that program though, but again, it might not be for everyone. I think it's more kind of like the plank one. It's more niche. If you want to 1 month do, I want to do that challenge, go ahead and do it. That's the right program for you. And the final challenge was just do this to get fit. So this one was the latest one I completed. So this was 5 weeks. Well, it was 4 weeks, but it had a week 0 to get you into it. And I was debating whether to do the week 0. If it was 5 weeks, I would have done it all. But with it being a week 0, like a pre-workout for the workout, I was thinking, do I need it? I mean, I've done like 6 months of workouts already, but I told myself, I said I was going to do it all, so I went and did week 0, and let me tell you, the week 0 was necessary. This was probably one of the hardest programs at all these. Some positives of it was the new exercises. So I mentioned at the start of the video the first 2 programs don't have the newer exercises Igor was doing, but this one had all of them. It was genuinely good. This was the hardest program, one of the hardest, and my back, or my back and sort of neck, have never felt stronger and never looked bigger. I could post the workout photos. I'm not fully confident in that. Again, I want to be truthful. I'm not going to sit here and be like, guaranteed results within a day of working out. I want to be brutal. I'm not the most confident person with, just posting a workout picture. I mean, if I obviously trust someone, I would show them the before and after results. But just publicly right now, obviously, I don't know how this video is going to get a reaction because this is a very different video to my normal sort of style. So maybe I will post a video of my results, but as for now, I just kind of want to discuss what I found. But yeah, generally the neck and the back never felt bigger, never felt stronger. The back workout in this one was probably equal to 3 to 4 of the back workouts in the first 2 programs. They were challenging. Now getting into the sort of more negatives of this one, just do this to get fit. There was not enough rest days, especially coming home from work. I'm thinking I've got to work out, and then the next day got to work out, and then Wednesday got to work out, and then Thursday might be a rest day. Friday got to work out. Saturday, Sunday, I've got to work out. There were not enough rest days. I genuinely was exhausted. And the only other 2 things was there weren't enough leg days and shoulder days. So there were 1 or 2 or 3 leg days, but it wasn't like the other programs. The first 2, 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique, those had a lot of workout leg days, whereas this challenge didn't really have many. It was a lot of abs. A lot of ab exercises. Just do this to get fit. 3-4 days in a row it had ab exercises, so it kind of went from like arms, and then it might be back, then the next day it could be arms again or triceps, then it might be abs then a rest day. So yeah, just do this to get fit. You would definitely get fit. The only other thing I would say is there wasn't enough HIIT sessions, high intensity interval training. So yeah, 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique had those HIIT training sessions. This one didn't, but it was still incredibly hard. Now I'm going to go through the sort of conclusion on all these programs. So that's sort of talking about the positives and negatives now. Overall, 0 to 100, I've gone back to. So all these programs are amazing, but I've gone back to 0 100, and I found that it's much harder than the rest of the programs. It's probably on par with Ultimate Summer Physique, and again, just do this to get fit was incredibly hard. 5 weeks aesthetic body was hard as well, but it became routine after a while. 0 to 100 I've restarted, and I'm genuinely tired from it. So if you can hear my dog in the background. But on the other challenges, if it's 30 seconds of push-ups, 60 seconds of sit-ups, whatever it is, I could do that after a while, not much trouble. 0 to 100, I'm, again, 5 days in, I'm needing to take rest breaks. There's points when I'm like collapsing out of exhaustion and I'm going to failure and I just can't hold my body up. It's hard. So 0 to 100 is much harder than the rest. I would recommend, if you're looking at these programs, I would recommend to switch between 0 to 100 and then Ultimate Summer Physique. And do it repeatedly. So 0 to 100, Ultimate Summer Physique, and then do 100 again, Summer Physique, again and again and again. Just do it back to back. Doing it repeatedly and steady, you'll guarantee yourself the results. Unless your goal is specific. So these are where the more niche program comes in. If you say, if you're doing, if you're doing stuff in the gym anyway, if you're going and lifting weights, if you're like a boxer and you've got good arm strength anyway, if you just think, I could do with burning a bit of belly fat, I could do with doing an abs challenge or a plank challenge, that's when the other challenges come in, which I'll come on to. So that's the conclusion of 0 to 100. Ultimate Summer Physique is a great all-round program, I found. Challenging and a really good successor to 0 to 100. It's just really good. Next is the 5-week aesthetic body program. This is a good program to follow on from the first two. Again, it's got new exercises that the first two didn't have. Again, apologies for my dog right here. He's in a bit of a deep sleep. But yeah, he's got new exercises in there. But I do believe the first two being from 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique, I do believe those two are the superior out of the three. Next is Abs Challenge 2021. So these are where the niche ones come in. So if you don't want to do, if you've got good leg strength, if you've got good arm, shoulder strength anyway, and back strength, and you just want to say, I want to burn belly fat and I get abs, Abs Challenge 2021, the best one for abs, promise you. It will make you want to give up. That's how horrible it can get. You do the first day and the second day and you think this is pretty good, and then it slowly grinds your soul away. The next one is the plank challenge to get abs. So this again, it's the shoulder plank one when you go up and then you go down on the elbows. So this is good for general fitness and general abs and shoulders, and it gets the job done. It's good for general fitness. So that's again, it's a more niche one. So if you're thinking, I just want to get generally fit, I don't want to go too hard, I don't want to push myself to the point of passing out like the 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique. I don't want to do those because those are too hard. I don't want to do another thing because it's too easy. I just want one sort of in the middle, just something to push me a little bit, but not something that's going to kill me. Plank challenge to get abs is a really good one that has a lot of interesting workouts incorporated into it. The next one is the Bring Sally Up challenge. So, just going to grab a quick drink. You guys feel free to grab a drink too, stay hydrated. So, Bring Sally Up challenge. This is the actual push-up challenge for Bring Sally Up. It's a decent workout program, I found. If you're looking for something challenging, this is probably a good one for you. If you've always wanted to do the Bring Sally Up challenge but never could, this is a really good place to start. It may depend on the effort you put in, your recovery, how strong you are anyway, how conditioned you are to push-ups, whether you complete this challenge or not. Again, I failed it, I didn't do it. I did the full workout program, but I just didn't get to the 30 push-ups at the end of the program. Again, I'm going to be honest with that. But you could get to 10 at the end of the program, or if you're super strong, you could do all 30 on the first week or the first workout. So it really depends on what you want. That's going to be a very niche thing. The final one, just do this to get fit. The conclusion for that is it's a great step up with new exercises, but they don't vary easily enough. They are very difficult, but I do again believe 0 to 100 and Ultimate Summer Physique are probably the best. It doesn't have any posture correction in this. I was doing push-ups and stuff like that, and I was thinking I really could do with a posture one. And again, I could have just gone on YouTube and done it, but I wanted to sort of religiously follow these programs and see what the results are. So yeah, it didn't have enough sort of HIIT sessions, it didn't have enough posture correction session, it didn't have any posture correction sessions, sorry. But too many ab workouts, but it was still a pretty good one to do, to be honest. But my overall advice is, what are you wanting from the programs? If you're wanting to push yourself to the absolute limit, if you're looking to destroy the body with push-ups and sit-ups and squats and every exercise, I would cycle and repeat from 0 to 100 to Ultimate Summer Physique. Those are probably the best two. 5 weeks aesthetic body and just do this to get fit are probably almost about equal. They're both really, really good programs. But I think the first two are better. But if you're looking for something more niche, then with abs and maybe just general fitness, I'd probably go for the abs challenge, plank challenge, or sally up challenge. But I'd recommend the first two programs. That's my findings. You might have had a different experience, whether you've done the paid programs, whether you've done these programs, or seen some of his other videos, because Igor does his workout programs, and then he also does other videos as well that are not part of his program. There might be like a push-up challenge, or it might be a, do these extra exercises to get fit, or how to improve your push-ups, stuff like that are not actually incorporated into the program. They're just extra videos on his channel. You might have done those videos. Let me know your results on these programs or any other videos he's done. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all have a great time. I hope you take something away from this. If you have, let me know in the comments below what you've taken away from this, and let me know your thoughts. So yeah, I generally think Igor is an amazing person. He's helped so many people through lockdown, and I doubt Igor is watching this, but if he is, thank you from my bottom of my heart and so many other people. You really helped us in the lockdowns to get fit when the gyms were closed, and really inspired a lot of us. Lockdown took a lot of people to a dark place, and from reading the comment sections on a lot of your videos, you really took a lot of people out of that dark place, so thank you. And I hope you all have a good day, and I hope you all have a spooky Halloween. I got my Optimus Prime pumpkin shirt on right here. So anyway, that's all I've got to say, but thank you very much everyone. Take care, and spooky happy Halloween.